Hello, Renee Flamond here. Of the thousands of things that bother me and you and all of us about the narcissists, of all of those things, one of them that kind of encompasses everything is is the audacity that they carry through life, that no one should ever approach them to correct their behavior. It's how they run things. They run things so it is highly discouraged, either through behavior or outright words. It's highly discouraged for us not to question, comment, criticize, or complain. Narcissists are very often in powerful, influential positions. Many times that's the case because they're manipulative, right? And they walk over people to get to the higher positions. It's a very known fact that your CEOs and your top people, they're narcissists. They've crushed many a person to get up there. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but it's a very common thing, right? Part of the education that we didn't get, part of the education that stays hidden growing up, is it's muffled, if you will. No one talks about this. We're taught in our youth that we don't challenge. We're taught inadvertently through our youth, or even right out. We don't question or challenge those that seem authoritative or confident or in charge. Like they've got it, right? Why would you? If they've got it, I don't need to challenge. Please, have it. I'd like to rest. Please have it. The problem with the narcissist is, very oftentimes, on one or many topics, they don't have it. They're making you think that they do. And they might in business. They might provide for you. They might have it in business. But they don't have it. They're a mess. We need to challenge and check and review. They are, at some point in your relationship, the narcissist is destroying something. If it's not the money in the family, if they're doing well in business, then it's the family itself that they're destroying, or your relationship with them that they're destroying, or maybe it is the business. But they don't have it. They don't. And they don't deserve space to be left alone, unquestioned, unchecked, on everything. Oh, God, no. Get your nose in it. Even though this will cause a tectonic plate shift of a fight. Find a way. Protect yourself. But find a way. Your future depends on it. Your security depends on it. If it is the business and the money that they're messing up, that's your security, your children's security, your family situation, your health. If you're not challenging. If you're continuing to sleep with your partner and they've been out everywhere with everybody, oh, no. Oh, hell no, mishkiv. No. Not in this day. But wives, husbands, they don't want to rock the boat. They continue sleeping with their partner, unprotected. They've been out here, there, and everywhere with the world. Oh, you got the wrong girl. No. It's kind of like, I have a very big opinion on the respect your elders phrase that we're taught as children. And I kind of think of this in the same way. We're taught when we're younger, respect your elders. Blanketly, at least where I'm from, that's what you're taught, right? Respect your elders, respect. No. It's kind of like, I have a very big opinion on the respect your elders phrase that we're taught as children. And I kind of think of this in the same way. We're taught when we're younger, respect your elders. Blanketly, at least where I'm from, that's what you're taught, right? Respect your elders, respect. No. Mm-mm. No, I taught my daughter. I taught my daughter a different way. I swear the respect your elders thing leads to childhood abduction, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm convinced. Kids are afraid to be rude. Respect your elders as a blanket statement. Respect your elders. So a grown man comes along, asks a little kid for directions, offers a little kid candy, all the ruses that we hear on the news that, boom, the child's missing. I taught my kid to run in the other direction as fast as she could the second an adult even stops. Not that my kid was ever outside alone, but I'm saying if ever in the world ever, I said to her, no adult ever needs help from a child for anything, ever. And that's what I taught her from this high. I don't care. Don't worry about being rude. Don't worry about taking the time. Don't even take the time to say the sentence, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. By that point, they grab you and you're in the car. Respect your elders, blanket sentence. No way. Heck no way. It's the same thing. Blanketly, you're supposed to just trust that this narcissist is doing right by you, and you're not supposed to challenge them just because they said so. That respect your elders thing is an awful lesson, I think, to just blanketly tell your child. Because also I believe respect goes both ways, and the adult sets the tone for the relationship. So when you raise somebody saying respect your elders, what if every or many of the encounters that particular child had with adults are not healthy? What if they were raised in an abusive household? But they hear respect your elders, respect your elders. So what? They're going to just accept that? I'm not accepting abuse from any elder. I wouldn't want to be yelled at or abused by somebody. I'm going to give it right back. I respect my daughter. We don't yell or hit or any of those things that many of us growing up experienced back in yesteryear. It was a different world, right? It's just a different world. We've learned things that aren't so good for children, and we don't do those things anymore. We've learned, right? In the decades that we've raised our children, I hope that we did anyway, from the olden times of when they did things differently. So as a result, my child respects me immensely because I've shown it to her. So I taught her, you got to get it also. Don't just blanketly respect an elder just because they're older than you. God, no. They could be the worst creature on earth. They deserve respect because they're older? Please. Same thing with the narcissist. You grow up, you're taught, okay, when you meet a partner, you're going to want to respect each other. It's going to be a union. You're going to go, stand by your man. All these different messages we hear. Oh my God, it leads us to not question anything they do, especially if you have a confident, narcissist who seems to have everything together. I promise you they don't. And you know they don't. If you're with a narcissist, you know they don't. And don't yield that narcissist some false sense of barrels of respect. If they do say they have the business together and they are providing for you, don't be so darn appreciative that you think, ooh, I can't rock any kind of boat then. I don't want to say anything. He provides for us and we live a nice life. I don't want to. So we went out 5 nights last week. You have a right. You have a right to demand for yourself what you saw for your life. And you might say, well, you don't know my narcissist. There's no way I could say that. And this is why I said earlier, you need to protect yourself. I'm not asking anyone to talk and get themselves into danger of being physically, some women are physically attacked by their, that would be a horrific consequence of this suggestion. And so it's not really a suggestion that I'm making to you. What I'm trying to point out, if you are not in danger, if you feel meek or mild, or you're in the position where you don't want to approach it because your narcissist has chosen to run things and make you feel like you can't challenge them in any way, I venture to say yes, you can. You have a standing in that household. You count in that household. You matter in that household. You too are holding the entire thing together. If he's out working and doing the thing in your home, you're running that entire household. You're getting the kids done. You're moving your life through. You're everything. House management, kid management, it's a full-time job. And you do have more power than you think. And you definitely have rights that you probably have squashed and don't even remember that you had. Don't blanketly just respect your elder, respect your partner, respect your... No, I want the respect also, then I'll respect you. That's how I've done it. That's how I'm sorry. Now, we're never... Don't be rude. But if a stranger come up to you on the street as you're a child, don't worry about being polite. Turn, run. Respect your elders makes kids think, oh, I can't be rude to this person who's asking me for candy. I need to take the 45 seconds to explain to them why I can't take their candy, and during that time I'm being abducted. With your narcissist, it's the same thing. We're raised to think you're going to be in a union, you're going to be a congenial partner, you're going to go forward together, but you know what? They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not holding up that end. And I'm not saying tit for tat, they're being this way, so you present a fight every day. That's not what I'm saying. But you certainly have a right to challenge, question, wonder, want to discuss. It's your life too. It's your future too. Your children's future as well. You delve as much as you want and you get the information. Do not consider it proper for the narcissist to make you feel like you have no business approaching them with clarification or answers that you need to know what's happening in your life. They set it up that way that we feel we can't ask them anything, because they get extremely uncomfortable with any kind of questions, don't they? Oh my God. Oh my God. I was just having flashbacks. It was a huge deal. You got any more questions? What now? Now what? Did I answer them all? Like, they get very insipid. Like, how dare you question them? Well, you know what? They know their behavior's off. You know their behavior's off. They know you know their behavior's off, even if nobody talks about it. So even if you don't talk about the behavior they're doing, you have a right to question things that do relate to your life, even if you want to keep that other stuff buried under the carpet in a closet door and you never talk about it. I know people like that too. Their husbands are cheating on them. They don't want to know it. They don't want to talk about it. They know it, but they don't want to think about it, and it's going to just, if I ignore it, it'll go away. Or it won't be real. Even if you handle it that way, you have a right to question everything else. You have a right. It is your life, and we have to protect ourselves. Right? Whether it's money, or how he is with the children, or how she is with you, or your parents, or the house, or whatever it is, don't let them set your life up that they run it, that you feel you can't approach. If you feel you can't approach your own partner about your own life, that is really a deep level of something that needs to be untangled. It really needs to be untangled. You're not just along for the ride. This is your life. This is it. We don't get a second shot, not with the narcissist, in our next life. Well, maybe you do if that's what you believe in, reincarnation. But in this life, this is it. Don't you want to go through it feeling happy and secure and knowing everything is good in your life. It's a lot of little opportunities and instances that happen through daily life, and many of us, open our mouths. We don't want to make it shaky. We don't want to make them upset. You don't want to wake the beast. You know what? No. Wake the beast. Just be safe. Be safe. And I would recommend to get a good head on your shoulders before you do it, so you don't get incensed, because they will try to incense you with something. They're going to bait you into an argument and make you come over to their side and be infused with rage, and before you know it, it's a fight, and they'll deflect. They'll be off the topic you even asked. You'll never get an answer, and you'll be back to where you were. You take your time, formulate some things you want to know. You present them calmly. Regardless of their reaction, you wait, you sit, you remain quiet, ask again. That's all well and good, but what was the answer? No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer. In your 17-minute soliloquy of rage, I didn't really get the answer to this. What was the answer? Boom, they go rageful again. You have a right to get answers for your life. This is your life. Don't just blanketly accept and respect that they're in a position, that they're in charge. And again, if they've got it, great. That's great. But guess what? I have some questions on some other topics. And you have every right to do that. Please be your own advocate for your own life conditions, for your own quality of your life. You have a right to... It upsets me. It truly upsets me, because we get to the point that we don't want to open our mouths. No. I'm sorry. I think that you have a right to express whatever it is that's making you feel uneasy in your life. Otherwise, your children are going to feel it, your family's going to feel it, your friends are going to feel it, and you're never going to be able to move through it and have a truly happy existence. And that's what you deserve. We all deserve that. The narcissist won't find it. They will never have a truly happy life, regardless of what we do, what the next person does, what the person after that does, what money deal they get. It doesn't matter. But you can have a happy life. So just try to make sure you watch that.